Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the At Random podcast. Jesus, I don't know why I'm doing this introductory voice shit. I should be talking normally. I'm so nervous.
Come
I'm
on.
excited about this.
It's only the whole
all right.
internet that's going to listen to you.
Yeah, at least like 5
Potentially.
people. So that's the
Yep.
entire internet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, good. All right. Okay, so my name is Andy Kudron. Well, it's actually Caudron, but Americans prefer to call me Kudron for some reason. I don't give a shit what you call me. Call me Daddy. I'm fine with that. Today I'm joined by the lovely Alex Cherry, who's a friend of mine in Sweden.
Hello, Big Daddy. How you doing?
I wasn't expecting the Big Daddy, but I'm like I surely can live with that. And
Gotta keep it positive.
Joined as well by his lovely wife, Alejandra. You gotta help me with the last name, dude.
Just Silva.
Just
Cherry.
Silva? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Oh, I can call you Mrs. Cherry.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it
Ooh.
soon anyway. So
Are you?
yeah, just haven't got around to it. Because what happened was that after we got married, I was supposed to change it, but I just got a passport, and I was like, I don't want to go and get a new one. So I was like, oh fuck it, I'll keep my name for another year or two.
Just for a bit, yeah.
Yeah, money.
Actually,
Money.
well, we didn't actually have that discussion at my place. Like, I'm married as well with the lovely Vicky.
Vicky.
But like, yeah, we never had that discussion that she would take my name. I guess it's not that big of a thing here in Belgium.
I think it's more she just didn't want people to actually know she's associated with you.
Probably.
Big Daddy.
Yes.
Pro-
Yes. You know what? Before you start dragging me to the mud, Alex, just let the people at least have a couple of episodes where they can appreciate me for who I am before they start.
Okay.
Before they start knowing the truth.
All right. No problem. All right, so
All
what are
right,
we
so,
doing here?
I want to welcome everybody to the At Random podcast. Okay, so the idea of the show is it all started a couple of months back, I guess. We wanted to do a show together. I think is it a year now? Is it like a year that we wanted to do this shit?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's
then
probably
just
something like that, right?
life and things have gotten in the way.
Yeah. Well, we always wanted to do a show together because we got along very well as people, and we were like, you know, what can we talk about? Because there's a huge difference between us. But yet there's not as well. Like, there's so many similarities that we can. Like, I can talk a certain way to Ali that I can't talk to Cherry because Cherry's completely different. But then I
Yeah.
have a way of chatting with Cherry that just
that I
like
don't fucking understand.
yeah,
Yeah, we got our own special bond.
Mhm.
yeah.
That I try
Um,
to avoid at all cost.
Yeah, sometimes me and Cherry can get a little bit rude.
Yeah.
Mhm.
First 3 minutes, we both just dragged through the mud. Damn.
Yeah. Well, that's a good indicator of how the show is gonna go.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, so we wanted to do a show together, and we got stuck on what would it be about. There's only one thing which we always had a huge laugh with, and that's love and relationship. That's like something that we're all very mature about, and like we know what's up, but still we make very rude jokes and like be funny around those subjects and shit like that. So first we thought, like, what about a show about that? But then we
But then
started
it
thinking
becomes
like,
very one-sided, and we wanted to cater to as many people as possible.
exactly. Yeah. We wanted to like present all the subjects that we wanted to present, even if it's not about sex or love or whatever. So we picked one subject that we thought would work best of all, that we would feel comfortable doing as people as well. And that's just basically doing good. So that's basically the premise of what the show is going to be. It's going to be hitting every subject that we can find, but it's to inspire people to do good in this world, because like the world is a fucked up place right now, and it's not
Yup.
a happy place all the time. but that doesn't mean that we cannot contribute to an actual like a good world.
Exactly. It's like, so yeah, we're going to talk about like things, I guess, that we just find interesting
Yep.
around a whole range of subjects, but we'll still ultimately like be trying to help out with, I don't know, like any charities, dog shelters,
Yep.
or any sort of cause that we
Yep.
feel just is worth supporting and encouraging people to do the same.
Exactly.
So if
Yeah.
you're interested in having a laugh and learning a lot of stuff and just hearing discussions about a lot of cool things while maybe doing some good, then
Mhm.
this is probably the show for you.
Yeah, and not only that, dude, like if you're having trouble, if you are in a very bad place in your life right now and you need some advice or you want to hear some opinions, like we're not psychologists, but we all three of us feel like we do have a like an unpopular or sometimes popular opinion about stuff that might or might not help you depending on like just reach out to us and we'll try to help. That's what we want to do. We want to help people, we want to help animals, we want to help all sorts of creatures of the world, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I think in the end, like, and that like that's my reasoning for like doing this. I think by helping people, I might actually start to feel better as well because like I've had a very rough period of time, just like a while
We've
back.
all been there and
Yeah,
been going
yeah.
through it. And we all need a pick me up once in a while.
The main thing that we want to do with the charity part of the show, because we know that in the end, like in a while, there may or may not be like money involved where we ask like, hey, look, we want to sponsor this charity. The main thing that I feel is very important to tell in the beginning and that we want to persevere in is that we want to keep an openness to you as an audience. um I feel it's very important that everybody knows that whatever goes in now at this point of the show will be directly from us. Like there's a couple of things that we've already got planned out. The 1st of December, I'm helping. Me and my son are gonna help reforest an area here in Belgium, where I live. Which is always a great thing to do. If you got like look up projects in your local area that can help like reforest the locations where you live. There's always something to do around that nature, and it's always fun to do. So I'm doing that with my son for charity. Also, yesterday I went to an animal shelter. So I said, like, how can we help? Like food, toys, blankets. Like, what do you need? And basically, she said, well, all of the above. So I am gonna go look out to like maybe gather up some money, fill up my car with some dog food, and bring it to them. And also there was an opportunity for me to go on walks with the dogs of the shelter, which of course, that doesn't take money or anything. It just takes away
Yeah.
a little bit of my time.
It
And
sounds
it's
I
going
was
to
like,
end
oh.
very badly for you.
What?
And it's going to end very badly for you.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
the
hope.
gif I
Well,
sent
we
you
got
yesterday.
something to post on the Instagram page.
Yeah, that's
then.
true.
Hey,
It
pity
sounds
money
like
is
the
money
best
as well.
day ever taking like a whole bunch of dogs for a walk and playing. That's like
Oh,
my
yeah,
idea
yeah.
of heaven.
I just imagine being swarmed by golden retriever puppies. Just wet noses everywhere.
Death by cuteness.
I wouldn't mind like dying like that. That'll be good.
That'd be
death.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, like that's something that we have going, like, and I'm pretty sure that in Sweden, where Alex and Ali live, there's stuff that they're gonna do as well to help
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
their independent, like that's just the only boundary that we have is that we're in different places, but I think that's a good thing because good things will be happening at two places instead of just one. So
Exactly.
yeah. All right. And as an introductory to who we are a little bit, because this is the first episode and we want to be like,
Transparent. Or
yeah,
you get to know us a little
transparent and
bit. not
people
just-
get to know us,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
We went ahead and basically asked ourselves some questions. should I kick off with the first question?
Sure thing.
All right. I'm gonna go with Ali first. What would be one of your hidden guilty pleasures? And Alex, you're gonna answer that one too, by the way.
All right.
We were trying to think about it. I was thinking about this question earlier, and I was like, fuck, I really don't know. Like, obviously, everyone has it, but I don't know. The only thing I could think of is that pretty much every time around this time of year, like in autumn and winter, basically, we're in winter. I rewatch Hell's Kitchen like every season on repeat.
Literally, it's all she's done for the last 3 weeks.
Serious? Every year?
Yeah.
Yes. Every year, like without fail, for what, 5 years or something now?
Yeah.
Like this time of year, every time autumn, early winter.
That's
what
what
I
I
watch.
watch.
That's a weird quirk, though.
Dude, she can watch like 12 episodes in a day, like a whole
Yep.
season. Just boom,
Jesus
burns through it.
Christ.
I don't even know if she actually goes to
I
work.
have to give it to you. Gordon Ramsay is the fucking shit when it comes to.
He's so sexy. Like, I just love hearing him abuse people, like all day long.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah,
It's like
that's lovely.
melody to my ears is just like,
Is that because you're
Yeah.
trying to just vent through watching this show?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Just like all the
Yeah.
shit I want to scream to my customers that I have at work. Like, I just hear his voice and it calms me down. Just like, I get it out somehow by just watching him. I don't know, but that's literally what I do. Like, that is
Yeah.
one of the things that just came to my head straight away. And I was
It's
like,
actually
that's what I do.
weird that you bring up Hell's Kitchen. Like, I was not expecting that.
really?
Because I was talking to a very close friend of mine a couple of days ago, and we were talking about Gordon Ramsay.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the my most favorite lines in that show, I don't know which series it is. I think it's the second season.
Well, try me.
There's
I might
this
know.
tattooed guy that's gotten to almost the semifinals, and Gordon Ramsay takes him apart because he's not directing people right. He's not, but he loves the guy. Like, Gordon Ramsay genuinely has respect for the guy, and he pulls him apart and says, like, yo, you have to step your game up. You have to be more assertive with these people because, you know, they need to respect your law. And the guy goes back to his fucking cooking plate. He gets a plate in front of him, which is clearly just not to his satisfaction. And he goes, you guys cook like old people fuck. I'm like, that's the best thing you can fucking say in the fucking kitchen.
Oh my god.
It's so
Oh, that's
fucking
graphic.
visual that.
Yeah. Oh.
No.
Oh, that's rough. I don't want to picture that anymore. Sorry, listeners.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure
Oh,
that
God.
is it season 5 or 6?
Is
That
it?
is
Okay.
Tommy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Tommy. He makes it to the final 4, and then he gets eliminated.
He's a skinny guy and like very like a
Yeah.
lot of tattoos, right?
The guy that
Yeah,
has
yeah,
rock
yeah.
and roll on his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
I love
my-
that guy, by the way. He was a
My
good cook.
favorite line is still like, it's not from Gordon Ramsay himself. It's from John Philip, and I think it's season 4 or something, when Van, or like this guy, like he's just arguing with him, and they start like they almost start fighting. John Philip gets so angry, and he's just like, "Listen to me," and like Gordon Ramsay's like, "Calm the fuck down. Why are you fighting?" And he's like, "There's a language barrier, like, oh fuck, language barrier."
Language barrier,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I speak 3 languages, so I have a language barrier sometimes.
Oh, I got the same.
And he's like, but he's speaking English. And he's like, but he's from Texas. And I fucking love that line. I love that line so much. Oh, John
All right.
Philip.
Jerry, you got some guilty pleasures?
I have no idea.
Come
Batman,
on. What's
can you help me
what's
out
something
here?
small
I have
that you
no
can
idea.
like
I've been thinking about this for the last hour. I honestly don't really know.
you don't know? Okay. Well, that's
Not
you know,
really.
that's okay.
Maybe something
you
will
know,
come
not,
to me.
Not everybody
When-
has them.
Maybe something will come to me later on.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
struggling.
There you go.
What
Well,
about yourself?
For me, one of the things that are my guilty pleasures is referencing Vines.
Really?
Like,
Really?
for the people that don't know, Vine was an app before TikTok. It was basically TikTok. You got 6 or 7 seconds to be as funny
6.
as possible.
Yeah, the OG TikTok.
Yeah, it's the OG TikTok. And it's just whenever something happens and it makes you think of that Vine and you say the line that was in that Vine, you can see people react to that. Like, oh, I know that.
What's your favorite Vine of all times?
Oh God, there's so many. Like the one that now is stuck in my head because I saw someone hang off a rack like 2 days ago. I passed by and I said, I want to be a cowboy, baby. Like that's one of the lines that I
Oh my
said.
God.
And he just dropped off the rack because he was laughing because he knew that Vine.
I never got into Vines.
Oh man, it's so funny. I don't know the best one, like the funniest one. I don't know. Oh, he needs some milk. That was probably that one got me to fucking.
No, I love the one where it's like, what are those? And the little kid is just like, these are my sandals. That one cracks me up.
The one with the old lady is so fucking fantastic as well because you can see that, like, at this point, look, like, people are not gonna know what Vine I'm probably talking about, but like, there's
No,
the
they
same
won't.
one with an old lady, and somebody points at shoes and goes like, "What are those?" And the old lady just looks at him and goes, "They are my Crocs." Like she's just wearing Crocs. It's fucking funny. So
Okay.
there you go. That's
Well,
my
you've
my guilty pleasure.
You've just reminded me of a guilty pleasure, I guess, is
Okay.
I have a group chat with some friends and making dank memes.
Yeah.
I make a lot of
Oh,
memes
yeah.
for that group because we have like a competition of like meme offs. So when someone
Yeah,
comes
I
with
know.
a really good
I
meme,
I received a couple and probably gave you a couple you can use on them
yeah,
as well.
It's magnificent.
No,
So
it's not.
we keep trying to one up each other, but I'm the only one that goes in and makes my own memes. So I just raise the bar
shit,
to like
yeah.
11 and mic drop and then leave the chat. And everyone just loses their shit.
Oh man.
So yeah, I would say
Alright.
that one.
Okay. Well, in the interest of being an honest and open podcast, I asked you guys to reveal one secret about yourself. If you don't want to do that one, that's fucking fine.
I have
you
one,
know?
but it's
I don't-
not
I don't
super
give a
serious.
shit.
But I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I have essentially a second butthole.
Yeah.
Nah, not really, but I have.
Wait, no. You cannot go on it. Like I'm just gonna leave you hanging there.
Okay,
That's it.
we'll
That's
leave
the
it at-
line that Cherry chose to say. I
We'll tease it
essentially
for
have
another
a
time.
Second butthole. That's gonna be a T-shirt, by the way. It's gonna be the first T-shirt we ever print.
All right, I'll leave it there then. Sure.
I don't know. I wrote that one down without thinking about too much about myself as well. Like, I don't know. Like, well, I guess one of the things that I could say is that I'm bisexual, which is actually which explains why I get along with Ali so well, and then with Cherry so well, because Ali like addresses my feminine side. Like I get in contact with my feminine side when I talk to Ali. When I talk to Cherry, I get into contact with my very masculine side.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like all the docking jokes.
Wow.
That's not gay at all.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
This
God,
is-
that's not gonna be a thing. Docking is not gonna be a thing on this podcast. I
Nope.
swear.
No. I've moved on.
Yeah, good. I think fanning the ball should still be a thing, but like, let's leave that to another time.
Yeah.
Ali, is there anything you want to get rid of? Like,
I honestly can't think of like a secret because I am a very open person.
you are.
I know
That
one
is
about
true.
you.
Well, what's the secret?
It's not a
about-
secret to me.
Okay, we'll say it.
Well, that basically she knows every single person at one of the hospitals here. Because she's the clumsiest, like she is a human Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not.
Like if she could fall on something, dislocate. How many times you dislocated your knee? 4 times. Surgery
Oh,
twice or
Jesus.
3 times.
Twice.
She's the only person I know who wasn't drunk and somehow fell off a train station platform onto the tracks, not drunk.
Okay.
Only person I know that could do that. I've been to the hospital, I don't know how many times for her.
But that isn't really a
God.
secret, though. It's like I just
It isn't, but it's
I should
funny.
just have my private wing at the hospital. Like
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
much. Like me and my dad, we go in and out of the hospital a lot, so we just like
You have like a VIP card.
yeah.
They're like, here's your bed, Mrs. Silver. Like,
Yeah, or
come
like a
and
customer
lie
card.
down.
Like after 10 visits, you get a stamp for like
Yeah.
a 5% discount or something.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
much.
her secret is
That
she's
was good.
actually human Jar Jar Binks. She's a Gungan.
Yeah.
Well, this month I spent
Yeah,
3
you're
days.
in hospital for 3 days this month, just
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, see, it's like just proof. Like, there we go. So there's her
Jesus
secret.
Christ.
She's just like,
How can you
I might as
be
well
that
wrap her in
clumsy?
bubble wrap
Yeah.
and just push her
I
along in
should
a
just be a
wheelchair.
bubble boy. That's all. That's my
Yeah, I
that's
was
my
thinking
dream.
that. Like, live like Bubble Boy. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. Are there any questions you guys like from the list that you want to ask? Like, you definitely want to ask?
I think the top 3 bands and why for an individual, just to get an idea of our very different tastes in things like music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That is absolutely true. Wait, you and Ali as well?
If we have very different taste in
Oh, yeah.
music, extremely.
Okay, I'm
different.
curious.
She doesn't
I'm
really
curious.
listen to
Go
what I
on.
listen. I hate most of what she listens to. I think it's
Yeah.
crap,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she feels the same of my music. So.
Yeah, not really though. I can tolerate your music. You don't tolerate my music.
Nah, I think it's garbage.
Yeah. Well, the thing with me is like I have so many favorite bands that it
Mhm.
depends obviously on what type of mood I'm in and how I'm feeling and what I want to listen to. But I'm pretty sure that's with everyone.
Yeah, but this is top 3. Stop
Yeah,
being
top
wishy-washy.
But I have like
Yeah.
literally top 5. But I would say my top 3 at the moment within those top 5 because they rotate. At the moment, I would say it's probably Kent, which is a Swedish band,
Kind of like
rock band.
Coldplay.
It's not like
That
Coldplay.
should be
It
an
is.
Australian band, by the way.
It should,
Yes.
but it's not. It's a
'Cause that's
Swedish.
the way you say cunt in Australian.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just Kent.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
Kent is one of my favorite bands. I would say System of a Down, always.
Oh, System of a Down,
Yeah.
so good.
And also Victor Jara. He's a Chilean musician that got killed during the dictatorship in Chile. So he sings like a lot of folklore. So that's what I've been listening to a lot
and
lately.
Ali's heritage is Chilean.
Yeah, I'm Chilean.
She's lived and born in Sweden, but her parents are from there, and I'm from Australia. So we have a very multicultural home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what would you say
Um,
your 3 favorite bands are, Andy?
There's 2 that I always go back to. I don't know, like maybe if I sum them off, I might get a third one in there. Like I'm very much the same. I fluctuate from one thing to the other. Okay, so another guilty pleasure. I downloaded TikTok. I'm 32 years old and I enjoy the videos that are on there. So fuck you if you hate me for that.
He uploads questionable content though.
But no, I don't. I do not upload. That's one thing. I don't film TikTok. I just watch the little clips that are on there. That's funny.
Okay.
Well, that's your mission
Um,
for this week. Upload a TikTok.
Oh no. No. That's not charity at all. That nobody will be happy for the the intention of the show is to make people happy.
All
not
you
to
get
make
is
them cry.
okay boomer comments anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Probably, yeah. Well, anyway, so like to show you how much I differ in music, I just went on my Spotify app 3 to 4 days ago and started a playlist with only TikTok songs in there that I like.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's a thing now for me.
Jesus Christ, man. Really?
I know, but it's just sometimes the song fucking like I forgot that Juggalos existed until I downloaded the TikTok app.
Yeah, okay, that would be pretty funny to watch actually.
Yeah, so like you listen to the Chop Chop slide.
You don't know what
You-
jugglers
they
are. She's giving me
I know,
a weird
I
look
know,
across.
but
Like I don't
just
think she knows who
remember
the
what it
jugglers
was.
are.
Wait, how can you not know?
No, he's
what
just
the
talking
Juggalos-
shit.
Okay.
No, I just remembered and I just saw like
Jugglers are hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Well, anyway, so I like my taste varies very differently. Like it depends on the mood I'm in, really, and sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it's only a day. Yeah, but like my top, I would say my number one, I always go to, makes me feel good, makes me feel fucking fantastic. Okay, boomer me all you want, Frank fucking Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy could swoon me off my feet. I
yeah.
sing along to I know every fucking word of every song of Frank Sinatra.
Okay, boomer.
Second one always makes me fucking hit that shit at work. That gets me pumped. AC/DC, preferably starting with Highway to Hell.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. It's just
if
playing to my
that shit-
Australian blood.
Yeah, that like old school
They're
rock
great.
and roll just fucking just gets me there, man.
Good
It
old
just
Akka
gets
Dacka.
that blood pumping to get to work and start your day right.
Start eating some cement. In
Yeah.
your case.
I've realized that I really hate AC/DC though. Like,
Yeah, but you
I'm
lived in Australia
sorry.
and you're not Australian, so you hear AC/DC all the
yeah,
time.
fuck me. Like putting on the radio, driving anywhere, they fucking only play Akka Daka, and it's just like Jesus fucking Christ. Every song is the exact fucking same song. Oh yeah, no, sorry, no.
But it's good. If you eat a
Yeah,
good
it's brilliant.
spaghetti every day, you're gonna have a great life because it's good spaghetti.
They are good. I'll give them that.
That's the fucking weirdest reference I've ever made. Okay.
And you're a
good.
weird guy.
Well, I don't know. Number 3, I'm lost on that. I guess number 3, it's gonna be Frank Sinatra 1, AC/DC 2, all the rest 3.
Okay, I mean that's a
There you
that's
go.
a list. There's a list. Fair enough. All right, I'm gonna do a 3, 2, and 1 like countdown.
Okay.
So this is an obscure one that I don't. Well, I mean, Ali knows because she lives with me, but you'll have no idea. Number 3 is a Polish band called Mgła.
Yeah.
It's a Polish black metal band because I'm into extreme metal, like death metal and black metal. And
Ooh,
basically, because right now they're like the kings of black metal. They're like everyone's trying to copy them, and they just released a new album the other month, and it's fucking amazing.
Mhm.
So, number 2 is Gojira, a French heavy metal band.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, and they're fucking insane. And I've seen them twice live, and they're probably the 2 best concerts like I've actually been to.
After the show, you can send me links to these guys. By the way, I'm gonna listen to.
Oh,
them.
will do. Like we here in Sweden, in Stockholm, there's a place called Gröna Lund, which is like a amusement park.
Yeah, massive amusement
Like right,
park.
basically in the middle of the city, and bands play there for some reason. It's very weird.
Every
but-
summer they have concerts,
Yeah,
and
concerts.
it's like variety. It's not just like one type of music.
yeah, it's like all different, and
yeah.
some big name artists like
Yeah.
play there as well, like Elton John and
Okay.
stuff. Alice in Chains have played there. I've seen
Ooh.
Megadeth play there. I saw Gojira, and
Oh, that Megadeth!
And
Fucking
even
love
in
them.
this thing, surrounded by kids with roller coasters going overhead, like the mosh pit at Gojira was fucking insane.
Yeah.
So it was. I had a blast with my little friend who's like 4'6", and I lost him like 8 times in the circle pit, but I kept finding him eventually. So that was fun. And
12
for me,
years old, just walking in the mosh pit.
Pretty much.
I could just imagine like the
6-year-old
8-year-old
just
kids.
trapped in a
Yeah.
wall of death.
Dude, yeah, it's nuts. Like the 8-year-old kid going up on a slingshot thing, like 50 meters above the ground, just seeing like, yeah, a wall of death in a circle pit. Just like, what the fuck is going on? And but number one for me, and it will always be number one, is Black Sabbath. All Black Sabbath. I love Black
Oh,
Sabbath.
God,
with Dio,
yeah.
with Ozzy. I've seen them
Oh.
4 times live, I think. And
Yeah.
for me, they're just like, I don't have to listen to them all the time, but whenever I do, like, I won't skip it. It's like, that's my jam.
Okay, favorite Black Sabbath song, all time favorite.
Heaven and Hell. It's probably like, for me, like one of the best songs like ever
okay.
made.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah. Okay, yeah, no.
But-
totally.
Or Into the Void, if it's an Ozzy Osbourne song. That's my favorite Ozzy Osbourne era.
Yeah, you need and Into the Void. You need that like very.
It's just
I
heavy
don't know
as fuck.
what his voice is. It's like high pitched, but not.
Yeah, he's like a shit singer, but it just fit in the music, so it was like,
Yeah.
it worked fine. So yeah, for me, yeah, Black Sabbath
Do you
is just
know?
number
Do you
one.
know the story about the biting the
the
bat's
head off the bat.
off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
He-
you know
he
the
thought it
story
was-
behind that? Like the actual story?
Yeah, he thought it was like a toy or something, because no one
Yeah,
would throw a
he
real
thought it
bat
was a
on
prop.
stage. Yeah.
He did not know it was a real bat, and he just decided, yeah, For the guys who are not okay boomers,
Doesn't everyone know who Ozzy Osbourne is though? Even kids.
I don't think young kids don't know that anymore. Like back in our day, our concerts were a little bit different.
Yeah, no one had a phone
you
standing
went
like a zombie.
to a concert not to listen to the music, but to gain a fucking experience. Like a concert was basically getting fucked up as bad as you could. If you went to a concert and you didn't come back black or bruised, you didn't go to a fucking
No,
concert.
yeah, you were lying. Or you're
Yeah.
like 75 and sitting on the top row, and who sits at a concert? Like, that's just shameful.
Yeah, exactly. So, in the interest of keeping shit wild, Ozzy Osbourne always was a little bit like into props and satanic stuff and shit like that.
And he also did
All of a sudden, there's
shitload of
somebody. oh, yeah.
like a shitload.
Whatever is left of Ozzy Osbourne is everything that the drugs didn't take away.
I'm
It's
amazed that he
basically
left drugs for anyone else.
probably just his heart and some lungs, and that's it.
The rest of him is just cocaine.
Yeah. But like there was a guy in the audience that like they all knew that Ozzy Osbourne was into satanic shit, and there was a guy that threw a live bat on stage.
Yeah.
And Ozzy Osbourne, thinking he was fucking awesome to get that sort of prop, was like, oh, well, that's fun. Let me pick that up and bite the head off of this toy. Little did he know that it was an actual bat.
It was a
and
real
he proceeded to fucking bite the head off a live bat. So
What-
that's horrible.
What
We shouldn't be
wacko
laughing
takes a
at this,
bat?
by the way, but like,
But
yeah.
what wacko takes a bat to a fucking metal concert in like the
But he-
80s?
Yeah, but he bit off the head of a dove once too.
Yeah, but look, like, he did a lot of drugs. We've been over this, okay?
Yeah,
How he and
I don't
At
think
least
you
David
can-
Lee,
Our
David Lee Roth is still
generation
alive.
at least remember living with the Osbournes. What
Oh,
the fuck
yeah.
did he say? Like, I remember that was my first introduction to Ozzy
I
Osbourne.
don't know, man.
All right.
Okay, next. I do have one last question that I think
Feel
we should
free
go through.
to cut that part out.
We're
Yeah.
running a bit low on time, but there is one more that I think I want to cover because I've. Well, actually, there's
Okay.
two that I want to quickly go over, but there's one in particular because
Okay.
it's actually a funny story.
Mhm.
But one question is, what is your passion?
I've actually not thought about that.
All right, well,
I
you don't have to
don't
answer.
think I have it.
You don't have a passion?
Making children.
Well, there's. That's not a passion. The last one was an accident. By the way, I'm a dad of 3.
yeah.
I think that things that I was passionate about in my life was either painting or writing poetry. Those are two things that I know that I've been passionate about, but am not right now.
I so want to read a poem from you. I want you to write me a haiku.
I didn't do haikus. I wrote like small poems, like very small poems.
This guy. He's lying. He
This
does
guy.
haikus.
The way you said this guy was so fucking demeaning.
It's because I don't believe you.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
All right. Fair enough. I'll believe you this time.
Yeah.
What about you? Oh yeah, just so if anyone ever hears me say Batman, that's my
Yeah.
nickname for my wife
Mm-hmm.
because she only ever wears black clothes, so she's like the Dark Knight.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Batman, what about you?
My passion.
What's your passion besides justice?
Just, uh,
And making billions of dollars.
yeah. Makeup. That's my biggest passion at the moment. I've had many passions in life. Like I used to paint a lot when I was younger. Then I did dancing a lot. That was a big one for me. Also boxing. But right now it's makeup. Just in general, creating. It's obviously correlated to the painting from younger. But makeup, just in general. And music and makeup, that's my two biggest passions in life.
Yes, and you love Jeffree Star. It's like
Oh,
all
yeah.
you ever watch is just Jeffree Star.
Not really, but
It is. Every time I see you watching stuff, it's either Hell's Kitchen or Jeffree Star or Shane
But
Dawson.
those two things aren't too bad. Like Jeffree Star and Gordon Ramsay are the perfect amount of dick versus like alpha attitude.
Mm-hmm. No,
I
but
guess.
the thing is, like, I like Jeffrey. Like, I like his makeup. I love his makeup. That I do.
Yeah.
I don't per se love him. I
Yeah.
admire him. He's a great person. He's been very successful with what he's done. But he puts out
Mhm.
dope products. So of course,
Yeah.
he's a dope person. But I wouldn't say love, but
He has a very ugly car though.
oh yeah.
His Lamborghini
Oh,
uterus or whatever
shut
it's
up,
called.
dude.
The
He
uterus
has
is
cars
disgusting.
worth more than the building you live in.
But they should never be that color. They're hideous.
They should. They
tasteless.
really should. It's just for the people that don't know. Come back next week. We're gonna talk about Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
Yes.
Yes.
Like a little deep dive thing.
Yeah, we're gonna deep delve into their world a little bit because the series of Shane Dawson has now ended, and we wanted to cover that. But for the people that don't know, Jeffree Star, like Ali said, is a makeup. Well, what would you call him? A makeup
Tycoon from YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't know if he's from YouTube. I don't know
No,
that much about him
he-
really, but
We should save this to next week's
yeah, okay, we'll do it
episode.
next week.
Because there's so much, like, his
Yeah.
life is just crazy. So there's
Yeah.
a lot we can dive in next week about it.
Yeah.
But
But basically, he has a lot of money, and he has 3 pink cars, I think.
Yeah, two
Like
Lamborghinis, I think, or Aston Martin or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
he has many cars.
He's got nice cars. I just think they're horrible colors,
Fuck yeah.
and it makes me angry when I see them because I want those cars but in better colors.
Well, we'll go back to that and go really deep into who Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and the whole series and everything next
Yeah.
week. So to just round this question out, Alex, what about your passions in life?
This is gonna sound very stereotypical, but this is very much true, and Batman will back me up in this.
Yep.
Probably my biggest passion is actually beer.
Mm-hmm.
I love, like, every time I go to the store, to a bar, I will always try new beers. I've brewed my own beer before. I like to go to
Ooh.
breweries and like do tastings. I pretty much, like, for me, beer is like I know about all the different types of beer, like how they're made, what's in them, you know, all the styles. So I'm like
Wait,
the
so
beer
you
guru
made your
at my
own
school.
beer?
Yeah, I used to homebrew. I don't do it anymore
Oh.
because it stinks so bad,
That's
and we
nice.
have a small
I
apartment.
wouldn't mind a little cherry in my mouth.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Take that every
Ew.
way you want.
Yeah, but yeah, for me, I have an app, Untapped, on my phone that I use to basically rate beer and track and like check like new ones and to make sure
Wait,
that I
so
haven't
dude,
tried stuff before.
How have you never come to Belgium then?
I've been to Belgium. I've been to Brussels
but,
many
like,
years ago.
Seriously,
Oh, but
like
Belgian beer is
you
my number
need
one.
to come to Bruges. It's like we're the smallest country in the world, and we have 800 sorts of beer.
I know, and Belgian beer like is my favorite. Like anything from Belgium, doubles, triples, like goldens.
I don't even
best.
understand why they connect like Brussels sprouts or waffles or chocolate to Belgium.
yeah, just beer.
If you want to know Belgium, it's 2 things: French fries and fucking beer.
Yes, and we should also remember French fries were invented where, Andy?
In Belgium.
Yes,
Oh, that's actually true. Okay, cool.
that's actually true.
I think we have a French fries museum somewhere here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do, and you can like buy them everywhere. When I was there, like drunk at 2:00 in the morning, it's just like, I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
buy like
Yeah.
for €1 like a giant thing of fries. It's great.
Yeah,
But yeah, so for me,
that's
beer
true.
is my
That's true.
like is a genuine passion. Like and
that's
gin,
cool.
like just trying new ones all the time. I only ever try new ones, pretty much.
All right, cool.
So I love it. And
Mhm.
I have one last one. Was
Okay.
the question was what's the weirdest / creepiest thing you've ever heard somebody say? I have one for this that's not creepy, but it's funny.
Yeah, I didn't have
don't-
one for you for this one. Did you have anyone, Andy?
I don't think I've ever like overheard a conversation where I was like, oh, that's just weird.
Okay.
I heard I did once in a train here. I still to this day don't know if that is exactly what what he said, because that was sort of. I think I've overheard somebody say in French, um, "Did they get to hide the body?" But like I don't know the context, and I do not know if that is exactly what they were saying. Like my French is not that good. But
I think
they
this
were
was
saying
just your normal
there
weekend
was
for you.
pieces. No, there were pieces of that conversation that I caught up. That they did say "elle est morte," which means like she is dead. Um, and then there was a conversation about hiding a body. I don't know what the like. I still don't. Like, that
Jesus.
would be the one thing that I said like ever in my life. Like, but like for the same like. Maybe they were talking about a show or something otherwise than that. Like I genuinely don't know more than like
Yeah. So you were basically an accessory to murder / destroying evidence.
yes.
That-
Good. Let's keep it
that's
there.
nice. All right, I have one. I mean, I guess it's a bit weird, but it's not actually like creepy or anything. But this was, I'm gonna say 8 years ago. I was working with a guy who was a lovely guy, but not the sharpest tool in the shed. He was in his sort of
Okay.
mid to late 40s. Really nice guy, but yeah, not too clever. And he said
Okay.
to me one day, we were just working away. We were just like laboring in a yard. I just finished high school, just making some money. And he says to me that the best thing ever is when he had sex with his pregnant wife, because it was the only time he got a blowjob and sex at the same time. To which I turned around to him, and he's a huge homophobe. And I said, oh, I should bleep his name out, whatever. Okay, and I said, that means that your son has sucked your dick. To which he was holding a giant hose, like to a vac truck, and just fucking dropped it, grabbed a spanner, and started like threatening to beat my head in.
Well,
but he set
were you
himself up for
surprised
it.
by that reaction?
I know,
like
right?
you thought it was okay to say something like
No,
that?
and one of the truck drivers overheard it, and he just pissed himself laughing. And there I am, like a cheeky
Well, I guess,
19-year-old,
yeah.
just fucking like tearing up watching this guy go
Yeah.
fucking, because like huge homophobe, and then
shit.
basically said, your son, you just said your son sucked your dick. So yeah, that was, I mean, I guess it was a bit weird. I don't think he thought that through very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was that.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh, fuck. Yeah. You know what? I work in a factory. I hear those jokes as well on occasions, and like it's just horrible. Like I'm a dad. Like I've been on the receiving end of jokes like that, and I've never freaked out because of it. Like, cause you know, why would you?
Yeah.
But like shit, dude. Yeah, that is a conversation you
Yeah.
don't want to have.
That's the type of thing you only really hear in a bunch of guys working together in a laboring job.
Factory.
Yeah.
Actually, factory mentality is such a
Yep.
strange thing. Like I've gotten to know it over the past 4 years now, because like before that I worked in retail and shit like that. Now I got a factory job.
Yeah, you've told me some fucked up stories though.
But that's what happens when a whole bunch of men are pissed off doing a shit job that they hate, being underappreciated, and then
It's
these
just-
things
it's
just come out.
It's unbelievable how how okay everybody is with the depravity
Yep.
of the shit that goes on in factories. Like
Yep.
genuinely, I hurled a toolbox like full of tools from one side of the factory, just fucking swung it. It flew so fucking far, bounced off against the machine, the box flew open, materials flew everywhere. Like, just because we started first with, like, gently splashing each other with water, like just small cups of water.
That
throwing-
escalated.
That escalated so fucking fast. And the weirdest thing was you do this in public, like when you go down shopping streets, something or other.
Oh, you'd be arrested.
People would look at you like you're a fucking. You do that in a factory setting, everybody was fucking rolling on the floor laughing.
Yep.
Like that was the funniest moment. Like still to this day, whenever I pass by and they're working, some people just say, "Oh, hide your toolbox, Andy's coming," because like that shit is normal there. It's like, yeah. I know the factory mentality. I love it actually. I thrive in it. I think it's a very fun place to be.
I think
at.
as long as you can take the you're gonna hear. It's not for people that don't like to hear some pretty graphic things. If you don't like that, don't work in a factory. But
you
if
need
you're
to have
okay,
thick skin. Yeah, that is true.
Exactly.
That is
But I think that pretty much wraps it up for now. I think.
Yeah. I
this
guess
sort of little
we can
get to know
move on
us.
to. Yeah. I guess we can move on to a segment we had planned that I suggested that I thought was fun to do.
Oh yeah.
It's my little. I guess this is part of my feminine side. I wanted to do the goodest boy segment in every episode. We put a little. We put a little animal on display
Like a
that
mascot.
has given us some laughs or is cute or whatever.
Yeah, like I don't know, like
Um,
dwarf goats or something, just like jumping around being maniacs
Yeah.
or something like
Ooh,
that.
The feigning goats would have been so good for that.
Oh yeah.
But they went viral pretty fast. I think
Yeah.
everybody knows about them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Another one that went viral not too long ago, actually on June 30th this year.
2019. If you're listening to this in the future, which you will be.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you for that. Twitter user at Baby Shujo, I guess his name is, posted a photo of a starfish captioned, "Saw a thick ass starfish at the aquarium today." And it's a Patrick the Star colored starfish with a big old booty.
Oh, he thick. He a thick boy.
I just fell in love with that, dude. That was so fucking. And then, like, people started, like, the internet started doing this thing, and like, you remember the dress that
Oh yeah, the dress.
The color.
Kanye's wife, what's
Kim
her name again?
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, like the black dress with a glass of champagne on her ass.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Yeah. So people started editing that into that shot. It's so fucking hilarious. We got a couple of social media accounts that we're gonna throw this up on. Like, if you're curious what we're talking about, the thick starfish. If you haven't seen it, I mean, you're one of the very few, because that tweet gained over 170,900,000 retweets in a
Jesus.
week. Yeah, and like 631,000 likes in just 1 week.
But maybe you want to take another look at him, because he is a very thick boy.
Yeah. And by the way, not to be a damper on the whole issue of the thick starfish butt, it's not his butt, unfortunately.
Yeah, but it just looks
It's
like
not
it. So
it's not a disease or anything. It's not negative or anything like that. It's just
It's
like
muscles.
it's muscles. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a very strong
he's
starfish.
fucking ripped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd still like to prefer to, like, every time I look at the picture, like, I got the picture up right in front of me
Yeah.
right now.
It looks like a butt, but I still can't believe that you actually
it's a
thought
butt, dude. Like,
that it
come
was
on.
a butt, like his actual genuine butt.
It's so fucking
Because you
cute.
thought it was.
Hey, just
You
let
can
the man
just
live.
picture the starfish shorts, the green shorts that Patrick wears. You can just picture them on there. That's the
Yep.
best fucking thing about it.
So he's
It's
like
just,
the-
you need no imagination to know what he would look like.
Yeah, so he's like the first honorary goodest boy.
Yeah. So
Mm.
every week we are going to try and find the goodest boy that week. If you have a goodest boy, or you want us to put your pet who has a quirk or is cute or just you bought a new fucking sweater for your dog. I do not give a shit.
Or you got a new
Just
puppy, particularly
add-
if you got a new puppy.
Oh yeah. Oh, give us the puppy picture.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay, I just a little. I'm sorry.
Gosh. That
Hey,
escalated
I'm not
again.
Shane Dawson. I'm not coming on my cat
Oh
or
my
anything like that. I
God.
just like puppies, okay?
Oh.
Tune in next week to know what that is about.
Oh, yeah, literally.
All right, so we did say that we were not going to do a Facebook page. We are going to put up an Instagram page. We are going to put up a Twitter page.
Exactly. Maybe a TikTok when
ha-
Andy gets around to doing TikToks,
No.
like boomer TikToks.
No, that is not going to happen.
It's
Although
gonna
my
happen.
oldest daughter, oldest daughter, who is 10 years old, asked me to do some dances with her, I'm not into it.
You should
But
do
I may.
it.
Come
Yeah.
on.
But that's the thing, though. How can you say no to your daughter?
How can you
That's
be
like
the
a
big daddy
shitty
without
parent
doing
move.
that?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. If you want to find us on Instagram, because this is weird, this is the @randompodcast, but like our name is the @ and then random podcast. But apparently, like for Instagram and Twitter, these accounts were already taken because there's some douchebag who doesn't make a podcast but wanted to fuck with us anyway. Apparently, I don't know
Yeah.
what went on with it. But if you want to find us on Instagram, it's just at, like the word @random.podcast. And if you find us on Twitter, it's the @randompodcast number 4.
Yes.
Like just @randompodcast4. And you'll be able to find us.
Indeed.
Um,
just give us a follow and like and share
Yeah,
and retweet
follow us, find us
all that.
on there, follow us, just hashtag us like random good deed of the day if you gotta do a good deed.
and spam us, slide
because I
into
wanna
the
see
DMs.
people-
Do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
just let it, whatever you, if you have a moment that you feel particularly good, just fucking take a picture of that moment, send it to us. We will share it on our pages. We want to be active with you guys. We want to make you feel better. If you have a shit day, then come to us for the comfort. We'll talk about it on the show if there's any problem. Look, if we have an entire episode planned out and you had a shit day to the point where we feel like we have to devote an entire podcast episode to your problem, then we're gonna do that because that's what it's
Absolutely.
gonna be about. Like, we're gonna shove shit aside so you guys can be happy. But if you find happy moments that you want to share with the community that's about to be created, then just, hashtag random good deed of the day, hashtag @randompodcast, do whatever. So just fucking tag us in everything you find very fun as far as animals goes, or you find cute, or if you want us to post your little pet puppy.
We have suggestions
We'll
about something that you
definitely
think
do
will be
that.
cool. Like we said, it's the random podcast. We will speak about pretty much anything if we think it's cool, or
Yeah.
if you guys think it is. So send through like anything really if you want.
Yeah. But the intention is that this is your podcast. I mean, we present it, but it's, it's the community's, it's yours. So we hope to get as much feedback as we possibly can. So get active. And like, again, one of the ideas that I want to push, if you're going to join us on social media, here's what I want you to do. In the coming week, up to the next episode, I'm probably going to ask this every week of you. In the coming week, I want you to pick a good deed to do. Like, I don't care what it is. Is it making your wife a cup of coffee in the morning? If you want to help an old woman carry her groceries to the car, take a picture of that cup of coffee. Take a picture of you walking with that woman to her car. Like, capture the moments where you did a good deed and send it to us. You'll be able to find us on Instagram and on Twitter. We'll be more than active there. We'll be posting every day from this point on. So, just get active with it. Take pictures. Send it to us. Let us know how you're feeling. If you're having a shit day, then tag us in something. We will reply to you. We want to make this as active as humanly possible. So join up and, tell your friends about us. That's the best way you can help us out, helping other people out as well. to make this world a little bit better, I guess.
A little bit nicer.
A little bit nicer.
All right. I think that's pretty much it for the first Virgin episode
Yeah.
of At Random Podcast. I've been Alex,
I've been Allie.
I've been Andy.
also known as Big Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
Hope
I
you
wanna be that
enjoyed,
starfish.
and tune in next week for a deep dive on Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.